Hey team, hope you enjoyed the first episode. I had an absolute blast with Teddy. Our first one in the books, brother. So I popped open a cold one. This one's to you. Um, yeah, first episode's a big deal, and I'm very proud. That was fun. I didn't think we completely sucked, which is far more than I expected for sure. But yeah, you're the one who first put the idea out there to do this together, and it was probably a couple years ago, 2 years ago or so, and I didn't think we'd ever do this. I didn't see myself doing it at all, but so cheers to you. It was a good one. It was fun. But Commando is back here. I'm on a solo mission for this one, though. This matter, it doesn't concern Teddy. He's innocent. He's innocent. Me and us, we, the fan base, man, we guilty as shoes. If we don't offer up a proper apology to AP, well, we're not going to grow from this. And we're going to grow from this past week. Adam, we apologize. We have completely lost our minds over the past week. And it wasn't pretty. It wasn't pretty. I mean, we had people snapping, snapping on socials, calling for your job. Fire AP, fire AP, fire AP. Like, what? Did you just wake up under a rock? We woke up under a rock. Like, we didn't just live through Ron Rivera making player decisions and the Marty Party making decisions, drafting people like Forbes over Christian Gonzalez, and just the joke, absolute joke that it was. And now, well, I mean, here's the difference between AP and Ron Rivera and company. We had Trent Williams that Ron Rivera inherited, and he played like hardball with Trent, and then they ended up trading him all world, all pro left tackle. And we ended up trading him because he wanted to draw a hard line. He wanted to create a culture and identity. Yeah, thanks, Ron. Yeah, thanks for trading away Trent Williams. And AP comes in here, and now we turn nothing into Laramie freaking Tunsil. Without a doubt, one of the best left tackles in the entire league. And we didn't even give up a first round pick. It makes no sense. What a trade. I mean, that has to go down as one of the best trades. What a different franchise we are right now. And we wowed out and started calling for your job. So many of us, we were cursing your name. Man, it's like we didn't just go to the NFC freaking championship 2 years ago, right? Never experienced that game in my entire life. By the way, I'm 34, at least I think. 34 years old right now. Never been there before in my entire life. And this dude did it on his first year, putting the entire team together. And then we get hurt the second year. Everyone, quarterback, receivers, the entire team. And like, you're on pins and needles. This is crazy. There's one thing I know. Chef P, we apologize. It wasn't pretty. It surely wasn't pretty. I mean, I have to admit, I was guilty at one point. And so this isn't a personal apology to you, AP. I didn't freak out, well, we all, the fan base, we were expecting, as Ian Rappaport said, he reported that we would have fireworks. And then, like, even internal media sources, John Keim and other people, and they were correct, by the way. But, they're saying, hey, it's going to be different, and it was different, way different. I can't wait to get into all the signings with you guys, but that's for the next pod. But we were super active and whatnot, but we were so thirsty for a signing, a big signing at like noon on was it Monday, first day of tampering period, and we get Laramie Tunsil's extension, and we don't even acknowledge like that's not an absolute incredible signing. I mean, it's a 2-year extension on top of him only making, I don't know what it is, but like 25 million or something. Like, this is Laramie Tunsil we're talking about, and then to extend him 2 more years for 60 million. Anyways, fantastic signing. By Adam Peters. We don't even acknowledge it. And then we lose our minds when we, sign Amik Robertson, who, by the way, is an absolute dog. I mean, he looks like the definition of what a competitor is. I mean, when I watch his highlights, I think about DQ, speaking and talking about the competition and how competitive, and we know how they want dogs. And he hunts like a dog. So I actually really like that signing, and I can't wait to talk a little bit more about him. But I'm getting off topic at this point. He's done an absolute fantastic job, AP. One thing that I think we need to grow in as fans is like understanding the team building aspect. Where oftentimes we view like free agency as like the only thing that the team needs, right? And you have to solve everything in one. But you can improve your team through free agency, you can improve it through trades, you can improve it through the draft, which we're going to get into a bunch. And then there's also developing of your draft picks. Like, that comes into roster building. Like, Brandon Coleman, like, we want to see him develop and we want to see him play. Like, we spend a 3rd-round pick, and it's not just because it's a 3rd-round pick, but he's got promise. And anyways, we are prisoners of the moment. And we're not considering like a second wave of free agency or the draft, and there's just so many layers to this, not to mention like contractual and financial layers on top of that. And AP is just absolutely brilliant at playing chess across all of those layers. I mean, we've been the most active team in the entire league, but from a signing perspective. And they're all fantastic signings. I mean, we're talking ages like 24, 25 to like 29 being old, and there's like 8 of them. And then we still have the most cap space in the entire league. And then in the future years, we're in an extremely healthy spot. So I'm just so impressed with what AP is doing. We need to realize that this dude's a professional. AP, you're the freaking man. I mean, we know a few things about you. Is you're financially smart. You're a tough ass negotiator. I mean, even that video with you on the draft day with Howie Roseman. I mean, you stood your grounds, and then you're so witty. You even make the joke about the interdivision tax. Putting that back at him. He's a beast. What incredible negotiations he's done with Rashad White, 1 year, $2 million deal. Like, are you kidding me? Like, Chris Rodriguez just signed like a 2-year, $10 million deal in Jacksonville. And he's not Rashad White. I mean, I guarantee you, Rashad White's is an incredible pass catcher, incredible pass blocker. And he's very solid. He just doesn't have that home run speed, but that's not what we're looking for. And just that's a crazy deal. And all these deals have been incredible that he has made. Man, I can't wait to get into all these signings with you in more details. That's my passion. And it's about to get really exciting too with the draft time. So anyways, I hope we learn as a fan base to appreciate Adam Peters because really he's going to build us into a perennial contender. There's no question about it with how smart he is. And know that Chef P, you are always playing chess when often we're playing checkers. And we're in good hands with this dude. Well, this was just me with some thoughts on my minds. This is, again, probably not standard routine of how this show is going to work moving forward. But I do want to let you know that we are going to have individual shows. I'm going to specialize in the Commanders, and Teddy's going to specialize in the Bears. Our Commanders, we have too many signings for us to only do, together. I mean, AP's been cooking. Whew. AP, man. He's been cooking, and man, I've been loving the aroma. Fantastic. Gorgeous smells, for sure. But Teddy and I did talk, and we are going to link up again for another episode soon, and we're going to dive into some of the top signings from each team. We picked three of the signings. I'll just say that 3 of the signings to go into more depth detail, and we're going to come and bring that for you, hopefully soon. But we'll flesh that out. And we'll be going deep dive. We'll be giving you our raw takes, and we're going to be going into like how these signings, not only were they good signings, but how they impact, our team and our identity, and how they fit into the big picture of how your Commanders are going to win the Super Bowl this year. Let's do it. I ain't backing from it, that's for sure. Not with this team, not with this quarterback on a bounce back year, but can't wait to get to join up with you guys next time. It's been real. Peace.